Today is January 4th, 2021. This is Katie Bug with UnSilent Majority coming at you from the Austin, Texas area. And I'm wanting to talk to you today a little bit about what's going on with our legislative session and the State Preservation Board, which sets rules for visitors entering the Capitol grounds. I reported back on December 12th that I had looked over the law, the section that the State Preservation Board is bound by when they make new rules and who determines and approves of these rules that they set for visitors and vendors. And I noticed that in their section, they cannot violate the Texas Constitution and the United States First Amendment, which, if you don't know, that's the right to free speech, peaceably assemble, religious freedom, etc. I was really disturbed when last week Briscoe Cain released the statement that the State Preservation Board had sent to, I guess, all of the legislators regarding what the rules would be. And one of them, one of the rules was that you would have to wear a mask over your nose and mouth at all times when you're in the building. Well, that goes against my religious freedoms and my medical exemptions. It violates the governor's orders, which is unconstitutional in and of itself, but they're not supposed to be able to violate the governor's orders. They are violating the ADA. They are violating the 1964 Civil Rights Act. They're violating the First Amendment and the Texas Constitution regarding religious freedoms. And they're violating their own section, which I'll show you here in a little bit. But I made a very interesting phone call. I'm going to see if I get the same information again regarding those masks. So give me a moment.
Good afternoon, Office of the Governor. How can I help you?
Hi, yes. I'm calling about the State Preservation Board rules that were given for visitors and vendors in order to access the Capitol. I noticed that it says that masks must be worn over the nose and mouth at all times. Does that not violate the governor's orders regarding medical exemptions?
Not necessarily. I mean, do you have a medical exemption? Do you have a note from your doctor?
You're not allowed to ask that. Actually, you just broke the ADA by asking me that information.
Okay, well, I apologize. I'm not familiar with that, but that's all I mean, it's a rhetorical question too, which is...
No, that wasn't rhetorical. You asked me for that information.
Okay, well, I apologize.
Well, you should really familiarize yourself with the ADA and our Texas Constitution and the First Amendment of the United States, because the State Preservation Board is breaking it. It is also causing you to break some rules yourself and some laws. So you really should be looking up on that. Thank you. So she just asked me if I had a medical exemption, if I had a doctor's note. That is against the Americans with Disabilities Act. So that is what I wanted to show you. I thought that's what would be said to me again. Now it's recorded. And I do hope that someone will take up the gauntlet and sue everyone who is affiliated with these State Preservation Board rules. That would be the governor, the lieutenant governor, and a few other people. I can't remember now off the top of my head. It's completely ridiculous. By the way, that if you didn't catch, that was the governor's office, the Texas governor's office, Governor Abbott's office. And whoever answered that phone just caused them to have a DOJ report filed on them. So this is me starting off the year great, huh? I actually, for the past few weeks, have been giving myself a break because I've been tired and worn out from all of the late nights and early mornings and going hither to and yon. And I was almost arrested in Colorado on a family trip for wanting to buy some food at a grocery store. And they would not ring me up. I knew that what the total should be about, and I paid a little over that amount. And I was actually blocked by a police officer from leaving the parking lot and told I would be arrested for obstruction and some other trumped up charges if I did not give the produce, which I actually paid for in cash, back. Not robbing anybody, just wanted my groceries. So that caused me to really reflect and think of, do I even want to be vocal about this anymore? I'm very, very tired I'm obviously tired of being discriminated against, and I'm never going to wear a mask. I will never wear a mask, but I wonder if anything I'm doing is really beneficial to anybody. Hardly anyone watches my videos unless it's funny. I guess I could go the way of comedy, but I thought I would just, give it to you straight. Apparently people just want to laugh. I understand it's a hard time right now, but it also made me think, am I effective? Do I just let someone else take care of it? I've been fighting this hard since last year, April. I've been an activist for multiple years now on the side of medical freedom, but I'm kind of I feel like I'm spinning my wheels. I feel like nothing matters. I feel like nothing's going to happen until someone decides that our Constitution needs to be defended by force. I feel like nothing is going to change because nobody cares about our Constitution and our rules and our laws of this land. I was told I was a spoiled child for the way I was behaving because I wanted to get food for my family, for telling them what my rights were. I was in my encounter that I had with the police officer in Colorado. I kept quoting the 1964 Civil Rights Act, and they ended up saying, well, you know more about 1964 than 2020. It's like, just baffled that a police officer would not care about your rights, that he would think that your rights are suspended all of a sudden over a virus that has it's approaching 100% survivability. We're not in a pandemic. The numbers show that from the CDC regarding the death count from this year versus last year's. In fact, we've been in a steady incline for the past 10 years from around 0.8%. Now we're at 0.9% for the past several years. Nothing has changed in that regard. I don't know really what I'm trying to say, except that I need you to step up to the plate with me. I am singing the national anthem on January 9th, this Saturday, at the RPT rally in Austin. I hope that you will make it. I believe it begins at 1 p.m. and there's also a march afterwards. And then January 12th is the opening day for the 2021 legislative session. I hope you will also be there with me as I go be civilly disobedient, because we all deserve to be able to go into the people's house and speak with our constituents unrestricted, without force of a mask or anything else for that matter. I'm so tired of the lawlessness from people who have sworn to protect our constitutional rights and have taken oaths. That includes the DPS, That includes our lawmakers and our executive branch and our judges. It also includes people like, I don't know, lawyers who are supposed to defend people against this stuff. And nobody is stepping up to the plate to really do it. If you are interested in helping get a lawsuit rolling over our civil rights being infringed upon, and the blatant discrimination going on, will you please contact me at katie@unsilentmajority.media. I hope that we can make some connections and have some meaningful impact regarding our rights in this country. Thank you, and